This is going to be a make or break season for us here at Boston. Welcome to a brand new season of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to Club 1, episode 15 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we're going to be having a look at our transfer business during the summer, and we're going to be playing our first game of the new season against Kettering Town in the Vanarama National League North. Now, if you didn't see the last episode of last season, I suggest you go back and watch it. Because it was quite an epic end to the season. We managed to get to the playoff final against Guiseley and we lost 2-1 in extra time. We went 1-0 down 20 minutes in. We managed to get an equaliser back in from Jordan Slew, and then in extra time Reece Thompson managed to get the winning goal for Guiseley, which meant they went up to the Vanarama National League along with league winners Gainsborough, our local rivals. So we won't have our local rivalry with Gainsborough this season, but hopefully we can join them in the Vanarama National League next season. Now, I said it's going to be a make or break season for us here at Boston, and that is because the board have said that their minimum expectation for us this season is to win the league. So anything other than winning the league, and the board will look to probably sack me. So if it looks like that we could be on track to not win win the league this season, then I will be looking to move on from Boston. Now, you would have seen in the last episode of last season that I had a massive transfer budget of £1.01 million, and most of that we transferred into the wage budget to give us a wage budget of £35,648 a week. Now, with the transfers that we've done this season, this summer, we're still 6,000, more than that actually, £8,000 a week under our wage budget, and we still have a transfer budget of £268,000. So we do have some wiggle room in terms of transfers if we need them this season, but I don't think we will need them because I've had a pretty decent summer in terms of transfers. We'll have a look at the transfers now, and the first thing we'll do, as always, we'll have a look at the released players. Some big names that you'll notice have left the club on free transfers. Jason Gilchrist has left the club. He didn't perform well for us last season. If we have a quick look at his form for us last season, he made 16 appearances, only scored 1 goal, got 2 assists, and average rating of 6.57, and that wasn't good enough for us. He has signed for Macclesfield Town in the National League. I don't think he'll get a game there, to be honest, but we'll keep an eye on him and see how he does later in the season. Other players that have left: Brad Abbott, Bradley Garton, Ryan Qualter, he's left because we have upgraded in his position and I didn't think he was good enough for us after we upgraded. Nicky Walker, our captain last season, has left and he's signed for Leamington in our league. They got relegated from the Vanarama National League last season. Zeus De La Paz, our backup keeper, he's gone. He's still not found a club yet. He didn't really perform very well for us last season. He made 7 appearances but he conceded 9 goals, only 3 clean sheets, an average rating of 6.71, which for me wasn't good enough. It was the best season he's had in his career, but I just didn't rate him compared to what other options we had in goal, and we have upgraded in that position as well, so we didn't need him. So now we'll look at the players that we've bought and sold this season, or this summer. Now, I completed probably the best piece of transfer business that I could have completed. I managed to sign a player and then sell him. I bought him in on a free, and then managed to sell him for £350,000 with a option for that to rise to 375,000. He never played a game for us because I only signed him in the summer, and he's instant profit. I brought him in because I thought he would be a decent player, but I just couldn't turn that sort of money down for a player at this level. I mean, if you look at his attributes, he was probably going to be one of our best players. But now looking at his scout summary, he's only rated at 38 by my scouts. So, and he would only be our 5th best central midfielder. So, I think we did well there. But we've managed to sign quite a few players, all of them on frees, apart from I think 2 loanees. And firstly, we managed to sign Andrew Dorber, a player you may have noticed I used in my 0 to Hero save last season when I was at FC United. He's a 25-year-old English goalkeeper, 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's come in as a backup keeper for us. I originally signed him as our first choice, but we managed to improve on him, so he's now going to be our backup. We signed him on a free transfer from Oxford City, where he made 42 appearances, conceded 50 goals, 14 clean sheets and an average rating of 6.58 in the Vanarama National League South last season. We managed to sign Johnny Byrne from Stevenage on a free transfer. He's a 25-year-old English centre-back. He has a 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, and looking at his attributes, he looks like a pretty decent signing for us at centre-back. He spent the last season at Stevenage, where he only in League Two, where he only made 1 appearance, didn't play very well, but he has played at this level for Darlington and York City in recent years. He made 41 appearances, scored 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 Player of the Match awards in the 2018-19 season, and an average rating of 6.89, so he looks like a decent signing for us. We also signed Callum Williams on a free transfer from Billericay. He's a 23-year-old English right back. He's been brought in as a bit of a backup for Mullings, who we managed to keep hold of during the summer. I didn't think we was going to be able to keep him, but with the extra wage budget that we were given, I was able to offer him a decent contract that he was willing to accept. So Williams is going to be an adequate backup for us. We signed him on a free from Billericay. He only made 7 appearances for Billericay last season in the National League. Scored 1 goal, 1 assist, average rating of 6.73, and he's also played for Spennymoor at our level. I'll quickly go through some of these because there are quite a few. Jamie Stott, he's a 22-year-old English centre-back, joined us on a free transfer from Oldham, I think it was. Yeah, he was on loan at FC United, he belonged to Oldham, but he spent a lot of time out on loan just recently. He did play for FC United in the Vanarama National League North last season, made 41 appearances and an average rating of 6.96. Jamie Mackay, he's our new first choice striker. He's a 23-year-old Scottish striker. We signed him on a free transfer from Cardiff, where he was yet to make an appearance. Lewis Binks, we managed to sign him on a free from Spurs. He's an 18-year-old Scottish centre-back with 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. He comes in as our best centre-back, I believe. Yeah, he is. He has spent most of the pre-season injured though, so he won't be starting. We managed to sign Renendi Masambu on loan from Exeter. He's a 20-year-old English left-back, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Very pacey. He's more of an attacking option at left back for us. We signed Harry Pritchard on a free transfer. He's a 27-year-old English left winger. He's a bit of backup for Jordan Slew. Our new first choice goalkeeper, Stuart Moore. He's a 25-year-old English goalkeeper. Current ability of 3 stars and a 4.5-star potential. Signed him on a free from MK Dons, where he only made 1 appearance. Abdoulaye Toure, we managed to sign him on a free transfer from Stoke. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's a 19-year-old French attacking midfielder but can play on both wings. Jordan Hickey. He's a 20-year-old English defensive midfielder but can play central midfield and centre back. So he's going to act as cover. He's got a 2-star current ability, 3-star potential. Cole Palmer, he's an 18-year-old English attacking midfielder with a 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. Max Haygarth, we signed him on a free transfer. Central midfielder, 18 years old, English, with a 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Robbie Burton, another free transfer. He's a 20-year-old Welsh central midfielder, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. We signed a lot of midfielders during the summer because we had most of our midfielders on loan last season, and none of them could come back because their parent clubs didn't want them to come back. We managed to sign Jack Kersey, a 21-year-old English central midfielder, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. Mark Helm, another midfielder, 18-year-old English midfielder, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's more of a defensive midfielder. Ewan Teggart, we signed him on a free transfer. He's an 18-year-old Northern Irish right winger, can also play as a striker, 2-star current ability and 4-star potential. And finally, Lawrence Hammond, we signed him on loan from Leyton Orient. He's 18-year-old English striker, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential, but he looks like he's going to be a decent option for us up front. Robbie Parsons left the club on a free. We signed him 2 seasons ago, never played a game for us. And we'll have a look at the starting 11 that's going to start our first league game against Kettering. Kettering came up from the regional divisions at the end of last season, and so I'm hoping we can get a bit of a result against them. Okay, so this is the starting 11 we're going for the opening game of the season against Kettering. We've gone with Moore in goal, back 4 of Masambu, Gill, Byrne and Mullings, a midfield of Kersey, Matanati and Akinola, with Mackay leading the line, with Hinchcliffe and Richards on the wings. Richards making the step up to the first team this year, ahead of Torre. I want to give Richards a chance, and if he doesn't play well, then we've got Torre there waiting in the wings for him to come on. On the bench we have O'Dwyer, Nugent, Helm, Torre and Hammond. So I'm hoping we can get a decent result against Kettering, get the season off to a good start. We have beaten them once before in a cup competition, I believe. I'm sticking with Matanese as well and Akinola in the midfield. They both had very good pre-seasons, and I just want to give them a chance to stake their claim to first team football, because they have been at the club a while. So I want them to have their chance first, and then make the new signings force their way into the team, because I don't want to upset the players that have been so good for us over the last few seasons. We're still stuck with the same tactics, same instructions as we had last season, because it was a very good system that we had, and I don't think it needed to be changed. We've got our first highlight, Matanese with the ball into the box, and Kane Richards has justified his selection by scoring our first goal of the new season. It's a great assist by Matanese, a great cross from deep to find Richards at the back post. The initial header was saved and Richards was there to put in the second shot, and that was a good goal from him. But we've got another highlight straight away from the kickoff. Who's it going to fall to? Is it going to fall to them, or else they're attacking and they've had a shot and it's gone wide? It's a great start for us at the beginning of the season. We need to be hitting the ground running and really showing the rest of the league what we're capable of. Going to be keeping a close eye on Leamington, because they came down from the National League. I don't know how they did. We've got a free kick, Hinchcliffe with the ball in and Kersey trying to head it in. Another highlight now. We're not in possession, but we've got them pinned back in their own half. We're not putting a lot of pressure on, but Burns should make it to that quite easy. Moore with the ball now. Forward, trying to find Akinola, who nods it on to McKay. Matanese now, out to Masambu. Hinchcliffe now, can he find a cross? He does. He finds Richards at the back post again. And Richards nearly getting his second goal of the game. It was another good ball across, this time from Hinchcliffe. And we're looking dangerous every time we attack at the moment. We've had 10 shots, 5 on target. They're committing a lot of fouls, but we're gradually catching up with them. But we haven't got a yellow card yet, and it is half time. And we go in at 1-0. I'm just going to say to them, don't get complacent out there, because I don't want them to be conceding anytime soon. Would be nice for Moore to get a clean sheet on his debut. A lot of debuts in today's starting lineup. I mean, we've got Moore, Byrne, Masambu, Kersey and McKay all making debuts today. So it's good that we're performing well. It's showing that we had a very good pre-season and that the team is starting to gel together nicely, even in the first game of the season. It's a good attendance as well. 5,000 turning up for the first game of the season. That's really good for us. 63 minutes in. We haven't had any highlights second half just yet, so I'm going to make our first batch of changes. McKay not having a very good game, so I'm going to take him off and bring Hammond on, give him his debut for us. Just looking, Matanades tired, so I'm going to bring him off. And I'm going to bring Mark Helm on for him, but I'm not going to play him as an advanced playmaker. I'm going to have him in as a ball-winning midfielder on support, just to give us a bit more solidity going back. Hammond's going to stay on the advanced playmaker role as well. Not seen much of Mullings in today's game, but he's on a 7.0, so he can stay on. And that'll be our first batch of changes. I'll save the third one for a bit later on, see who tires. Would be nice if we can grab another goal, but a 1-0 is a 1-0. I mean, a win's a win. It's. I'm not bothered how many goals we win by, as long as we win. We'll worry about goal difference later in the season, and we still haven't created any highlights in the second half. So I'm going to make that last change, and I am going to give Abdoulaye Toure his debut. I'm going to bring him on for Hinchcliffe, who's on a yellow card, and I'm going to have him play as the inside forward on attack, the role we normally have Jordan Slew playing. But he has picked up a knock in pre-season, so we're going to hopefully see him in a game pretty soon. Maybe in the next episode we might see him play. But it depends. I mean, if Toure and Hinchcliffe and Richards all keep playing the way they are, then he's going to struggle to make it into the side. Toure with the ball now switches the play to Richards, who runs forward into some space, lays it off to Mullings, to Helm, Akinola, Hammond, Toure, and that's a shot just over the bar from Toure. We're into stoppage time now. That was our first and only highlight of the second half, and it looks like we're going to win this one. Our first game of the season. It is full time. We have won 1-0. Good performance from us. Dominant. 14 shots and 8 on target. I'm going to say passionately, well done, lads. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to be calm and say well done, lads. It was a good win for us. That's a good way for us to be starting the season. We'll have a look, see where that leaves us in the league table. Richards winning player of the match in that game for his goal. That leaves us in 8th place. How's Owen Town top of the league after one game? Wow. They won 5-1 against Leamington. Nicky Walker, our old winger, scoring his first goal on his debut for Leamington there. Their only goal, though, it was only a consolation. In fact, no, he opened the scoring, but it turned out to only be a consolation for them. We'll have a quick look, see where we're going to come back this season. Because we've played a lot of these teams that are in this league, I don't want you to get bored of seeing us play, so I'm going to go through quite a big chunk of games to start with. I'll probably come back at maybe the beginning of October, because that gives us 4. In fact, yeah, I'll come back for the Bradford game at the beginning of October. That'll give us a chance to play a nice big chunk of games, and then we'll see where we are later in the season. Because, like I say, I just don't want to be spending too long on this season if we're going to be winning every single game. Yeah, it's nice to see us win, but it will get boring. So we'll come back for the Bradford and Nuneaton games in the next episode. So down in the comments, I want you to let me know where you think we're going to finish this season. Will we win the league, or do you think we're going to finish in the playoffs again? If you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more FM19 videos. And remember, follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamer TV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.